Hello folks, how are you doing? I'm going to talk to you about a subject that generates a lot of doubt in many dog owners. That is the question if giving raw eggs to the animals is it good or it isn't good. A lot of people think dogs can eat raw eggs, but there's no problem, and in this video I'll explain why and how you can start to feed your dog raw eggs. Well, let me first introduce myself. My name is Edgar Gomes. I'm a veterinarian based in Brazil, and I also have a master's degree. You can check my academic background in the link in the description. Also, you can buy my books about natural diets for dogs by clicking the links in the description below. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel, and also share it with your friends. Well, the egg is an excellent food. It is used as a model food to classify even other foods. It is an excellent source of good fats and good proteins, and they have few carbohydrates, which is excellent to dogs since they are carnivores. They don't need carbohydrates in their diet. They are also a good source of minerals and vitamins. The egg, for example, is rich in vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E, and has minerals such as calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, copper, manganese, and selenium. It is a source, as I said, of proteins of high biological value, so it's better to give raw eggs than boiled eggs to the dogs. Look, the dog is a very close relative of the wolf, and the wolf in the wild, it even eats, in time of need, raw meat. In other words, carrion. But of course, I'm not telling you to give carrion to your dog. When the wolf don't find food, it can eat raw meat, which is already decomposing. In other words, it has bacteria, contaminants, and so on. And why eating carrion is not bad for a healthy wolf? Because the stomach of a healthy wolf is extremely acidic, so he can eat food that is contaminated and he will hardly develop any disease and infection. This is even the reason wolves can eat raw bones, because bones go to the stomach and the stomach is so acidic that it literally dissolves the bones. Dogs that receive natural food, which is that closer to their wolves relatives, eats a high percentage of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates like the wolf's diet. These dogs also have a very acidic stomach, and then if they ingest any contaminant in their food, they will hardly develop an infection because these bacteria and parasites end up dying inside the dog's stomach. And here comes an important difference between dogs that eat kibble and dogs that eat natural food. The kibble are very rich in carbohydrates. They have a very large amount of carbohydrates coming mainly from corn, wheat, and soy. Dogs that receive kibble have a less acidic stomach. That is, their stomach does not work well as a barrier against bacteria that are, for example, present in food. Healthy dogs that receive natural food, which is that similar to that of wolves in the wild, they have a more acidic stomach. And this works as an immune barrier that kills the bacteria. This point demonstrates how giving natural food to dogs is better for them than give them kibble. And another question that a lot of people have about raw eggs is the issue of salmonella. Well, the eggs that we buy at the supermarket go through a veterinary inspection, and nowadays it's kind of hard to find an egg like that contaminated with salmonella and all, if you buy it in a supermarket. It's more a matter of safety for us humans. We have to eat hard-boiled eggs because if it has any salmonella, it will probably cause us a lot of trouble. As for healthy dogs, if it has any salmonella there, it won't be a problem, because if they receive natural food, their stomach is more acidic. This has already been said. And another thing is that dogs have salmonella in their intestines as part of the natural microbiota. In other words, their intestinal flora, the bacteria that are there in the intestines of the dog. But if your dog has a healthy issue, don't give her raw eggs. Hard-boiled ones are a better choice for those dogs. Of course, before giving an egg to the dog, if you're going to give a raw egg or even a hard-boiled one, you must observe the characteristics of the egg. If the egg is with a bad smell or something weird with it, something like that, you shouldn't give this egg for the dog. You should give an egg that is good, that has a natural smell and looks good for even you to eat. So how are you going to provide it to your dog if your dog has never eaten food, natural food? If your dog only eats cooked food or kibble, how can you start giving it? In this case, a dog that doesn't have contact with natural food, you must give the hard-boiled egg for a few days, for example 5 to 10 days. You give a hard-boiled egg and only then you start to give the raw egg. Every 5 to 10 days you cook for less time the egg until you give it completely raw. Why? Because in this case your dog's stomach is probably less acidic than it should be, and there may be a problem there. But if your dog is already used to receiving natural raw food and such, you can give him raw eggs every day without any problem because he is already used to. Also, if you don't do it, like I said, your dog can throw up and have diarrhea. Well folks, that's what I had to say in this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel, share this video. Have a nice day, bye bye.